Justice Jacque is on the move. Justice Jacque is back to you. She'll see your case through and through. In just one day, she'll make a way. The mediator of me and you. Solving cases, she'll see it through. Justice Jacque is on the move. She's on the move. Justice Jacque will see it through. Justice Jacque.
Paula Monroe is suing her 16-year-old son's teacher for discrimination in the cost of a mandatory class he now has to take because the teacher failed him. Paula said her son Emmett comes home every day with a complaint about his teacher's behavior towards him. He says that his teacher, Walter Lafayette, treats him differently than other students in class and uses his learning disability to belittle him in class. Once Emmett told his mom of several incidents that happened in class, she filed a lawsuit in hopes that the school will take disciplinary action against the teacher. Paula and her son are seeking $1,000. The defendant, music teacher Walter Lafayette, says Emmett is out of control in class and always disrespectful. He says no matter how often he tries to enforce classroom work and teamwork upon Emmett, the end result is usually to send Emmett to the dean's office for discipline. Walter says he grades fairly and has a system in place that all of his students must abide by, or there are consequences. He says that Emmett's lack of attendance in his classroom is what earned him a failing grade. Cajun Court TV starts right now.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning, Miss Scott.
Good morning.
This morning, Miss Scott. How's your day going?
It's going great. Thank you. Thank you. Miss Monroe?
Yes, ma'am.
And I assume this is your son, Emmett?
This is my son, Emmett, and this is my husband, Patrick.
I'm doing just fine. Thank you. Okay, let's get started here. Miss Monroe, I understand that your son, Emmett, has been diagnosed as being dyslexia and attention deficit disorder. Is that correct?
Well, Miss Scott, just the dyslexia. He hasn't been officially diagnosed with ADD. My son doesn't have ADD.
Oh, well, I must have missed something. I read in your report, it says that he was diagnosed during the same visit he was diagnosed with dyslexia. It was back in 2008, and that was by his pediatrician.
Well, yeah, that was just one doctor, but we're going to get another opinion.
Okay.
Like I said, he doesn't have ADD.
Okay, that's fine. It's always good to get second opinions.
Don't test me. I'm already mad. Don't mess with me right now, Walter.
Listen, your son is very much obnoxious and rambunctious, and he's very disrespectful in class.
Try me again, Walter. I'm not playing with you. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm not playing with you, Walter. You don't control us.
Paula,
you don't tell us what to do.
Lose the tears. It's a drought going on in the country, and what you doing? Sitting here wasting all this water right now. Somebody should call a DWP on you.
Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. I assume that you all know each other. We're here in mediation.
We used to be married, Miss Scott, but that was a long time ago.
I see.
That was my slave days right there.
So it's
You weren't complaining then?
I'll never pick that cotton again.
You liked it?
Is Mr. Lafayette Emmett's biological father?
No.
Oh, thank God. Hey, man.
Are they in a special provision for Emmett at school, Ms. Monroe?
Well, I did go to the school and I talked to the teachers in our art meeting, and they said that Emmett's teachers are supposed to give the students with learning disabilities extra support in class. For instance, more worksheets, class materials, extra time on tests, and things like
You
that.
actually have to show up to class to get more time
Man, I
on
show up
tests,
to
Miss
class.
Scott.
Emmett, let's step up, please.
Okay.
Just talk with you for a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
How many classes do you have, Emmett?
I have 5 classes, ma'am.
5 classes?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you attend all 5 classes?
Yes, ma'am. Always.
You always in class?
Well,
Always?
I missed I missed a few days here and there, just like everybody else, though. Just like everybody else.
What do you mean? How many classes do you miss?
I would say like maybe 5 to 10.
Damn it!
Boy,
I'm sorry, Mom.
no problem.
Yes.
When do you have Mr. Lafayette's
Disrespectful
class?
authority.
I'm sorry, man.
Like I said.
Well, I have him in the afternoons. That's my 5th period class at the end of the day.
And Mr. Lafayette, you teach music, I understand, that's correct?
I teach music theory and American music history.
Okay, Emmett, I want you to think very hard and I want you to be honest with me.
Yes, ma'am.
How many classes did you miss the past semester? And I'm talking about Mr. Lafayette's class.
Well, I'm guessing since March, I have been going to his class maybe just once a week, so I really don't know how many I missed.
So you have to actually be there to learn something.
I think the first rule we learn in school is to speak when we're spoken to.
Right.
Teacher.
I don't know how you're supposed to ever learn anything.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know.
Just a minute. Let's not get out of hand.
Personal feelings are evident in this case. The plaintiff and defendant was once married to each other. Let's find out more when Cajun Court TV returns.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ben Beach, a dentist at Shreveport-Bossier Family Dental Care. Our 10 doctors and professional staff take pride in making patient comfort a #1 priority in our office. We have 3 convenient locations in South Shreveport, North Shreveport, and Bossier City. If you have tooth pain or broken tooth, don't worry, just call us because we see dental emergencies the same day. We also offer the latest sedation techniques to help eliminate any fear you may have about dental treatment. So call us today at 686-7470. That's 686-7470.
Find the path that's right for you at Northwestern State University.
Opportunities are waiting for you at Northwestern State University.
Northwestern State University, your first step to success.
Your tax-deductible donation helps Habitat for Humanity of Northwest Louisiana continue to build hope and nail dreams. We could not do it without you. Contact us today at 318-868-8040.
Cajun Court TV continues as we see how Justice Jacque handles this particular case.
I don't understand how you expect to learn anything when you're short for class.
How am I going to learn anything if you always sending me out of class? You know what? That's why I stopped coming to your class, because you always out to get me.
Walter.
What do you... Listen, Paula, I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit there and stop my class with all my students in there because one student who refuses to even show up half the time or even come in and is very disruptive. I want to teach him, but I have to focus on the students that actually show up to learn.
I understand. Do you have a roll book or something? I'd like to see that, Mac.
And
Could
this
you pass me that,
actually
please?
has all the grades, all the rolls in there, all roll papers. Our class actually meets 2 to 3 times a week, depending on the schedule for that
Thank
week.
you, Mac. Thank you.
And you'll see all that in there.
Okay.
I have everything marked from day 1 to now.
It's very well organized.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see.
So he can't say that, you know, it's been totally picked on him because that's why I keep a record of everything in case something happens.
Emmett, it says that you only attended 6 out of 20 classes?
No, ma'am, that's not true. I told he's always out to get me. I'm telling y'all, that ain't true.
It says.
And see, that's the thing. Look what he's going after. He's having to follow after this guy right here. He's probably teaching him how to skip class, be disrespectful to authority. He's following. I mean, Pat, he's following right in your footsteps.
Okay, wait a minute. Whoa. Now, Patrick is an exceptional father.
Yes, he is.
Patrick helps him with his homework. He gives him advice. He sits down and they go over their homework together. What Emmett needs is support, and that's what Patrick gives him, support.
I bet. Child support.
Well, Mr. Lafayette, Emmett has special needs. Why is it so hard for you to gain control of him and to help him? I'm sure you're aware of the fact that he's dyslexia.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you thought about anything like a parent-teacher conference or a counselor to assist him?
I'm pretty sure.
Rather than sending him to the dean's office.
Yes, ma'am. And I do understand that.
You are the professional.
Yes, ma'am.
Well.
And I would, and I feel you are right. Something could have been worked out to that matter. It just, like I said, it's so much going on, and as you can see, we don't really have anything as far as conference-wise with the parents because all she's gonna do is just talk, and that's about it. So next time I'll try to work something out a little better.
Okay, well let's get back to the
Yes, ma'am.
issues at hand. What are the allegations of discrimination?
Well, baby, come on. Step up and tell him. Tell him
Well,
now. Don't hold back.
All right, Mama. Well, Mr. Lafayette, he sometimes calls on some of the other students in the classroom to do a popcorn reading out of the textbook.
That's just to make sure that they're paying attention.
And then, so when I'm reading, right, he's always picking on me. Like I said, he's always out to get me, man.
Can you be a little bit more specific, please?
All right, so when I get to a word that I don't know how to pronounce, he asks all the other students to help me out, making me look dumb. I'm not dumb.
I mean,
Baby ain't dumb.
I do certain things to.
Please don't interject, Ms. Monroe.
Yes, ma'am.
We have certain things that go on there just to show, especially with the time frame, to see if we can get all the material covered for that day. So this is one excuse or another.
Really? Okay. So when I go up to his desk to ask if I can go to the restroom, he asks all the other students to help me go to the restroom. Like, not go to the restroom, but help me read the signs on the doors. I can read, man. I mean, extra credit points, really, that ain't cool, man.
You have to have a buddy-buddy system. And I think it works because for students that don't move as quickly as others, I mean, anything can happen. If you walk outside, have an accident, something happen, we have a tornado, an earthquake, anything. Somebody needs to be there to help and read. I'm just trying to help you.
Well, Ms. Lafayette, is all this really true?
Yeah, Miss Scott, I know it seems a bit harsh, okay? But I was young and I had a problem too. And I was diagnosed with dyslexia a long time ago. But my father was a very stern man, and you can see the outcomes on me. I'm a music professor now, and I think I turned out all right. So I don't know why he has excuses.
More
like an idiot.
Can you just can you all hold it down, please?
Do you think Emmett is being disruptive in class, or is Mr. Lafayette teaching Emmett about tough love? Let's see whose music note Justice Jackie will dance to when we return. And later in the show,
Walter, he's your son.
How long? Wait,
He's your son, Walter.
Oh,
Emmett is your son.
will there be peace after the storm? More to come after the break.
Baby, what's the fastest way to the hospital?
It's coming.
What do you mean it's coming?
I'm pushing, but it's too slow.
No, baby, breathe.
At times like these, you shouldn't go slow. You should be fast. With Metro's lightning fast nationwide 4G LTE network. With unlimited data, talk, and text, $40, period.
Twins.
No surprises. Even taxes and fees are included. $40, period.
Would you like free tickets to be in our audience? Call Cajun Court TV at 1-855-902-5297 or go online to CajunCourtTV.com.
Choosing a college is a big decision. I wanted to go somewhere where I could make new friends, get involved, and get prepared for my career. When I got on campus, I knew this was the place for me. That's why I'm proud to be a Northwestern State Dean.
The defendant says training starts at home with these students, and parents should not spare the rod or their child will be spoiled. Does Justice Jackie agree? We are back in session.
You understand by disability. You understand that when there's a special need person, it takes a special person to work with them. And your dad was special, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so he gave you opportunity and he helped you. But you have gone to school and you're a licensed professional. And so I would think that you would be in a position in this day and age to help Emmett even better. Right. And I find it hard to believe that you used that language that Emmett has stated toward him. You know that having a learning disability, that's pretty, psychologically hard.
But that's why we're here, Miss Scott. Something's got to be done. My son has got 2 more years at this school. The chances of him having that fool in another class is
Fool? A fool?
Excuse me.
No. I was a fool to ever deal with this woman right here. Let's be honest with the real reason we're here. We're here because she wants to squeeze every penny out of me, just like the rest of those Jezebels. That's why we're here.
I don't need your money.
Don't be calling no names,
Don't do
man.
that.
Don't be calling no names.
See,
We already got problems.
Mr.
That's
Monroe,
real class-like right there.
let's not have the name calling, okay?
I'm trying. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Okay, Emmett, thank you. Let me talk to your parents here.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Mr. Lafayette, I've heard Emmett's side of the story. Now, let me hear what you have to say. Give me your version of what has happened.
Your Honor, I brought a few copies of assignments with me, actually, and I will admit Emmett did turn some things in. But if you will notice on these few papers I have with me, he did the assignments, but the fact that he didn't show up to class a lot of this is wrong. Even on a test, he would test poorly. He would, on class projects, we'd have group projects. He wouldn't participate in those. And Your Honor, with all seriousness, and I'm his teacher, and I'm supposed to teach him things, and I want him to succeed. Yes. But he's got to listen. And none of this can happen as long as he's being disrespectful.
Mr. Lafayette, explain to me how he's being disrespectful.
Well, the room that we use, Ms. Scott, the room that we use is it has equipment in it, and we don't use the equipment because I'm not an orchestra teacher, but when we go in there, Emmett walks in and immediately he's banging on drums, he's touching the keys, banging on it. I don't know if he does that Barbara de Seville, I don't know. When I'm sitting there and I'm looking at him and I'm like, can you get off? Can you come back over here with the rest of the students? And he sits there. He sits there and continuously does the same thing. And I'm sitting there like, I'm just gonna let him think I'm not gonna do nothing. And I go back and I call security to come down and escort him to the dean's office.
Now, Mr. Lafayette, hold on, I'm talking. I don't need you to interject. I am talking. Mr. Lafayette,
yes, ma'am.
You're supposed to be the professional. You're the educator. You are trained to help people like Emmett, and I assume you have been trained because of your status. Have you made any special effort to help Emmett rather than sending him to the office?
Not at all.
These kids need to succeed, and if they fail, you fail. So what provisions have you made to help him?
Well, we've done everything, like I said, Your Honor, from our peer-to-peer assistant program, which is done to help students. But he's kind of non-responsive to it.
You think that's handling? You think that's handling by sending him out of class when he's supposed to be learning? Huh? I ought to come across this table. Man, sit outside, staring at the wall, 35 minutes. Hey,
if he wants to be disrespectful to authority, then I'll let the system deal with him. Of course, you can see where he gets it.
Calm down, Mr. Monroe. Calm down.
He's part of the problem.
Calm down. You're boiling hot. Just don't let it boil over. You're at that point.
Is the defendant salty because the plaintiff restored a relationship with her husband? Justice Jacque says this is much more than she bargained for today. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Here at the Louisiana Scholars College, education and excellence go hand in hand. We have unique courses that will prepare you for law, medicine, or graduate school. Please visit scholars.nsula.edu.
On the next episode of Cajun Court TV.
They see him in the daytime sometimes, sleeping on a bench. And sometimes he's in front of the store talking to himself. And he yells at people.
So evidently that makes you feel bad.
And later?
And they were just talking bad about me and Kendra. And she knew Kendra could hear from the other side, so they came over. And they were saying some really funny things, mean things to her. So next thing you know, Holly all in Kendra's face, talking bad. Like, I don't understand that.
We are back in session.
Now, Mr. Lafayette, as a public educator, you're supposed to be concerned about the smartest kids and the kids who are not functioning to standards. And you, being the educator and the professional, you should take extra measures to help someone. And what steps have you taken to assist Emmett?
You're right. You're right. I do not disagree with that, but it has to be some help from home. Most parents,
you would agree that he needs to succeed.
Most parents
Excuse me, Mr. Monroe.
are wanting kids to come in. I guess the teachers to teach them and raise them at home. But this starts at home with Emmett having training. He needs to come in, be quiet, sit down, pay attention, listen to the instructor. That's what he needs to do. But instead, he
charity starts at home, but sometimes they need a little help.
And I would love to. I would love to, but I'm dealing with sometimes 20, 21, 23 kids at a time. And I can't sit there and be dealing with this one that continues and refuses to obey me. All he wants to do is sit there and bang on stuff, play his chopstick, and half the time he's not even there.
But why are you mistreating him, though? Okay, look, let me tell you this, Ms. Scott. Okay, you remember a long time ago when you and I were in school? Back a long time ago, if a hair was out of place, the teacher would get the comb, brush it down. You have a spot on your skirt, they would clean it off and things like that. They were helping because we're not always there. There was a liaison. We don't have that now, okay? Now, what he needs is support and for somebody to teach him. You act like this boy is a stranger to you. When he was a little boy, you held him.
What?
You went to his games. You sat down and you read to him. So why all of a sudden now you want to do him like that? Why you want to do him wrong?
Are you serious? Polly, you sitting there coming at me like this is my flesh and blood. Where was his father in the midst of all this? Wait, I know. He was locked up. But while she was supposed to be my woman, what was she doing? Writing him love letters.
They weren't love letters. Let me tell you something. If you were locked up You want somebody to write to you. You want to know that there was something to come back outside to, else you'd be comfortable feeling good in there. But what it's called, no, listen, let me tell you. What it's called,
let me get my violin
what
and
it's
play.
called is support.
Emmett,
And that's what he needs, support.
You can play it now. Here's your chance to back me up.
Don't do that.
She's talking about we need to be
encouragement. Something you don't know anything about.
Like she's trying to speak.
No, let her be crazy because that's what she want to do. She wants to blame me for his problems and the way that he acts with me. That's what she wants to do.
This mediation says nothing about, we're here because Mr. Lafayette discriminated against his child.
Yes, ma'am, we are.
And
he
shouldn't even have
the thing is she's not understanding is that they could have had a lifestyle. She could have had a lifestyle. Emmett could have been a good education, could have had clothes on his back, food on his table, a roof over his head, positive things. Look, what did she want to do? She wanted to go be with her thug as soon as he got out the pen. Tell me, well, we're supposed to be a family. That's what we're supposed to do. Blah, 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 blah.
Don't be calling my daddy no thug, man.
It's not true. It's not true.
Yes, it is true.
It's not.
She's selfish.
It's not true.
She's selfish. She's selfish. That's what she's selfish. Right now, she's sitting in here putting on this act in front of everybody, everybody should be giving her the pity party. But at the same time, what she should be doing is looking in the mirror and asking herself, is what she doing in the best interest of Emmett or herself?
Walter, I just didn't know. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
You didn't know what? You had it all good. You had everything. But what did you want to do? Go be with the thug son.
I guess I just let you all just get it
my daddy
out.
no thug, man.
Just get it out.
Get him, daddy. You need to jump on him.
This is not a part of this mediation. I let you all just have at it.
Gonna be on the floor.
Walter, he's your son.
How long? Wait.
He's your son, Walter.
Oh,
Emmett is your son.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I tell you what.
Wait, Miss Lafayette, my daddy.
Matt, will you escort Emmett out of here, please? This has
Hold
gotten
on.
out of here. Matt,
Let's go this way.
Lord help us, please.
I get over
Left.
Oh.
Paula, really? This is what she come. This is what she come with.
Calm down.
I wrote down.
I tell you, mediation.
The defendant is Emmett's father? Let's see how this jaw-dropping story unfolds after the break.
Are you divorced, widowed, or have never been married? Visit us at SherieAshley.com to indulge in the book Seafood, Thoughts to Chew On While Waiting for Your Mate. Explore the 5 essential ingredients that prepares you for your purpose partner.
What separates Mattress Plus from the competition? Superior customer service.
You're going to find the friendly customer service. Expect to get the best quality of product in town. You're going to also have the pricing, which is most affordable in anywhere that I've gone. I mean, where else are you going to find all that wrapped up in a package with a beautiful bow on it?
Thanks to the support of our over 200,000 customers, the Mattress Plus family has grown. Always shop at Mattress Plus before you buy.
Would you like free tickets to be in our audience? Call Cajun Court TV at 1-855-902-5297 or go online to CajunCourtTV.com. We're back with more Cajun Court TV.
And Ms. Monroe, would you like to say anything before I can help you all with final resolution?
Walter, I just want to say I'm sorry. Patrick, baby, I want to say I'm sorry. I know I've made a mess of things, but it's good that it finally came out. It needed to come out. But Emmett's going to get help in all of this.
You sorry? I mean, you sorry for lying to me? Who my man? Shut up. But for who my son is? What?
Mac, will you just get close, please?
I need him over here by me.
I don't believe it's on. I really need a paternity test. She is something else.
But he's your son, Walter. He's got dyslexia. Just like you just said, you've got dyslexia. That's probably why you can't stand him, because he's too much like you. It's in the genes. Pat's family don't have dyslexia. Yours does.
We sure don't.
Are you serious?
We got broken down syndrome.
This not happening. This is not happening. I'm sorry, Miss Scott.
I can't believe it's happening myself. This is one for us, man.
Here's a plaintiff's mother just trying to seek revenge against her former husband, the defendant. Cajun Court TV after the break.
LBD, sophistication with an edge.
3950 Uri Drive in the Broadmoor Shopping Center. More than a little black dress.
What do these people have in common? They've given up their negative perceptions, given up their destructive behaviors, given up all those things that were holding them back. When you're ready to start living a healthy, empowered life, Dr. Beatrice Tatum is here. So many people have benefited from Dr. Tatum's expertise. Take the first step to bring wellness into your life.
Uncover your true potential and lead a life worth celebrating. It's never too late.
When I was exploring my options for college, I knew I didn't really want to go to a big school. The atmosphere at Northwestern State University was very appealing to me, and it means something to be a part of the NSU family. That's why I'm proud to be a Northwestern State Demon.
Justice Jacque is back with a resolution.
First of all, it's never okay to ridicule or make fun of someone who has a learning disability. You know, we all need to build each other self-esteem. You're the professional here. You've been trained. You've been in a situation. You should recognize when there's a problem with the child, when there's a child that needs some special attention. And you haven't proven yourself to me today, Mr. Lafayette. Sending that child to the dean's office was not the solution. He needed special attention. And evidently, he needed special attention from you. But unfortunately, and let's get Emmett back in here. Matt, can you get Emmett back, please?
It's okay. He's not laughing.
I know that this is a situation you may have to deal with.
Yes, ma'am.
But let me tell you something. Just because you've been diagnosed with a problem or you have dyslexia, it doesn't give you the right, it doesn't help you when you miss class, when you fail to respect authority. And Mr. Lafayette, given all the circumstances, he is a teacher. He's in authority. So you have to attend class, even though you may have a problem. But we can all overcome our problems when we try to cooperate and we recognize those problems and we do what it takes to overcome the problems. Yes, so I want to make sure, if it's Mr. Lafayette's class or any other teacher, you make sure you attend your classes, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And learn. I mean, Mr. Lafayette teaches music, and that's a great opportunity for you to learn. So you make sure that you learn everything you can, young fella, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I've heard enough. Ms. Monroe, you're asking for $1,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I don't know. Listen to the facts. Again, we've traveled so far outside the scope of this mediation. But today, I'm hoping that this professor over here, Mr. Lafayette, you understand that $1,000 has to come out of your pocket to help this child. Now, I don't know about a paternity test you asked for. That's not here today. But you may be paying much more than $1,000. So I'm hoping that you all can get it together. And it sounds like you need some counseling, a minister, someone who can assist your family to heal. And y'all make sure y'all take care of this child. That's my mediation.
Since the show, Emmett and Mr. Lafayette have developed a father-son relationship, and Emmett is doing much better in school. Mr. and Mrs. Monroe are in marriage counseling.